Record. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Connie.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
Good.
It's so good to see everybody and everybody having fun in the room.
Yes.
I'm loving the conversations. Poor Leslie has diverticulitis. That's no fun. I know for sure.
Yeah, that's no fun.
So go ahead and share the screen. And let's go ahead and start recording. Come on, baby.
It's theirs. Yeah.
Okay, it is recording already. Now let's go back to share screen. Now let's go to our little agenda here. Get that off of it. There we go. And let's start from the current slide. There, whoops, that's good. We can skip right to this. I'm going to, so we don't have to come up with this every week. This way, and I'll post this in the room tomorrow, but this is something I have forgotten that I did, and I stayed at the kids. And we used to do a thing around the dinner table, and we would do the high and low point of our day. And so I decided that this would really be nice to keep us current on each other. Instead of us not knowing what the questions are going to be the following week, I think we'll just use the same ones over and over again. The first two are obvious, and I guess when we're not having a challenge, I'll have to get rid of that third because it won't matter. I learned so much in the challenge. I can see me, now that that statement is there, I can see me coming up with something and making a note of something I learned that week. And I thought that would be a good thing for us to share. And then to let me share with you what I like most about myself is I really can't come up with an answer to that. And that's probably the reason why it's there, is because we would rather say what we like about someone else more than we do ourselves. So maybe this would be a very good exercise in us learning to.
I have an idea for that one. I think we can pick a person and then everybody else can share what they like about them.
Well, then that might turn it into too long. We want it to be brief and then move on to the other side. But I think that you could turn that into, if you want to say what you like about another person. How about that?
That was my point.
Oh, I thought we were going to each say about one person. I misunderstood.
No, I meant more like we'll do you this week and we all say one thing we love about you.
That's what I meant. No, I don't want to hear that much about me from anybody. I don't know how anybody else feels, but
there you go with that modesty again, Mom.
No, well, it's real. So here we go. I'll go ahead and start, and I haven't picked one, and then we'll just go around the room. And I will say the highlight of my week is, actually I'll say what the low point of my week is my computer is doing really bad things, Dorothy. I'm getting a sign that says I don't have a database, and it refers me to a website, and I go to the website, and I've been doing the hard shutdown, and that's what it tells you to do, but it makes me feel like it's that Windows 10 upgrade fooling with me. I have no idea if it is, but that would definitely be the low point of my week. I got my whole computer backed up. It's a brand new computer, so it shouldn't be crashing. So I'll be doing some more work on that. But there's my low point of the week. I was afraid I wasn't going to get it backed up, but I did. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay, go ahead, Jan.
I'm going to tell you, let me share with you what I like most about myself.
Great.
Okay?
Yeah.
One of the things I like most about myself is something that most other people don't like about me. And that's that I'm tenacious. I'm like a dog that takes a bite and I won't let go. You know, it may take me a long time, but I am just a very tenacious person. Now, some people could say that that's obsessive.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm obsessive. I just think I'm tenacious.
Okay. I'm called intense, so it's really right there in the same family, okay?
Okay.
I've heard that from more than one person. You're so intense.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like a compliment either.
No, it doesn't. I know what you mean.
That isn't the word I use for you, Connie.
Oh, what's the word you use?
The word word I use for you is driven.
Oh, okay. That's
Is
true.
what?
You did-
Driven. She is
Yeah.
driven, you know. So,
Okay, who's next?
I'll do mine, honey.
Okay, go ahead.
The highlight of my week is I got a chance to play golf again. With all this rain in Florida, I didn't get a chance to play golf. That was a highlight, playing golf.
Okay.
But my low point of my week is
Oh, we're gonna get it all.
I went to see a doctor that wants to operate on my prostate. And I'm not, that's a low point of my week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's in the low place too.
It's not. Hi, Bird Mom.
Hey, how are you?
I will say Tony's surgery is elective surgery. It's not because of any reason, but it's new technology that's out, and we'll talk about it in just a little bit because
Okay.
it really does make an interesting point. You want to
Okay.
share any other of those on there, Tony?
What?
Do you want to share anything else?
No, that's fine.
Just your prostate. Okay, who's next?
Well, that's the way it goes. First your money, then your clothes. I mean,
You're the only one in the room with one, okay? But we care. We do. We care.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead. Who's next?
highlight of my week. I got
Okay.
to go visit my daughter.
Aww.
Good.
All that.
That kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Did you get Syrian food?
I did.
Good for you.
Watch her.
Yep. We had to celebrate Joe's birthday, so we got to eat.
I've been seeing the pictures. Great pictures. Great pictures.
Yeah.
Who's next? You want to go next, Marcia?
I guess so. Okay. The low point of my week was when I had my doctor's appointment and I got weighed. But it's not a surprise. I was expecting it. So I'm only like 10 pounds ahead of where I started 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked. Well,
Yeah.
it's okay. You know how to do it.
I know. I know.
So, next challenge you're in?
Hmm?
Next challenge you're in? You said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll look forward to it.
My water bottle.
Oh,
Bring your water bottle.
that whole 64 ounces.
Holy.
Huge. Okay, who's next? Dina, are you there?
Yeah, I'll go. Well, the highlight of my week is pretty much always date night.
Ah. We never did get to know much about him because you got all involved and then we didn't hear from him.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
disappeared
you
for a
kind
while.
of disappeared from the radar. Yeah. That's great. It's been over a year now.
Yeah, and we're very serious, but he is taking care of his elderly father. And so we aren't going to get a whole lot more serious until such a time as he passes. I just don't think it would be fair to any of us to try and put the three of us together, and wouldn't be good. So we're just going to get to enjoy dating for a while, and I like that.
Good.
Yeah, and I think that's great. And you know who is the real benefactor of that is the dad. And it isn't like he has a lot of time. So that is really very special. That means you got you a really special guy.
I do.
That's very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. Now my next step is to get him on the program. So.
Oh, okay.
One thing at a time, right?
Right.
So Martha, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go. I think the low point of my week was Dick's machine has been acting up about 3 nights, and it goes off about every hour and a half, and so you don't get too much sleep in between it.
Uh-huh.
By the time you get it fixed and get to sleep, it goes off again. The highlight of my week is we're getting closer to the day to go up north to see our children, and we are surprising all of them except for my youngest, who has to pick us up at the airport. So we had to tell her. But none of the others know we're coming.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So Lisa, you want to button it up, honey?
okay. Who didn't see my little visitor post?
Oh, your snake.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it.
highlight because I about hit the ceiling, and it was a low point because I about passed out. But I saw it, and then I flipped out and I cried for help, and I couldn't get anybody. So by the time I got out of the house and back in, it was gone. Then I was really flipping out because I was like, I can't stay. I'll tell you what, ladies, we know I'm moving to Florida, but I just about headed that way in my birthday suit because I wasn't about coming back in the house with a snake.
Then you came back in and the snake was there again.
Yeah, so I came back, and luckily I had got the shovel. Looky here. See, I had to show y'all. See, shovel.
The girl with tools.
Shovel.
What every man wants, a girl with tools.
And I decided I'm the big bad Marine, and I'm not scared of much. But I don't. It's not that I'm scared of them. I don't do snakes. Okay, I don't.
I know.
So, but I decided, I made a critical decision that little booger wasn't going to go hide again because I wasn't going to wonder where it was at. So I got it. So,
yeah, I did see that picture. So following us tonight, and Jan, I saw that you actually picked up the webinar last week.
Yes, I did.
Was that your first one?
Yes, it was.
Were you impressed?
Yes, I was.
Oh my gosh, me
Yeah.
too. I
love it.
You know, you've been in these challenges for a long time now. And,
I know.
yeah, and the progress, huh? The difference.
Yeah. It's a lot different than when I joined for the second challenge. I started at the second challenge.
So you only missed one. And
Yeah, it's fun.
you know, this has turned out, it started off with a lot of potential, but nobody knew if it was going to actually realize it. And it's actually done more than what I ever expected. But there will be another one tonight as soon as we get off of here. And I'll be sure that we get off of here in time so you have a break between doing it. On the challenge wall, just down below this is where the link is to join that the webinar after this, in case people don't know where it's at. We have new team members, and their pictures are red because I took them off of our page. I'm having a dilemma now of, I can see that we're going to probably be getting new people in, and they don't feel as integrated as all of us do. And rightfully so. And we really don't know how well it took them. We've had new people in, but they're not coming back. And I think it's because we've all gotten so close, but we haven't discovered how to bring new people into our community, our health community that we have here. So if anybody has any ideas of what we can do to make people fit in quicker, you know, I would certainly be open to that idea. And we could use the room a little bit, maybe to draw them in a little bit more, or to respond to them. I don't really see Tabby, and I don't really see Selena even commenting much. But we'll see what happens in the future. We just want
I've been talking to Tabby.
Huh?
I've been talking to Tabby.
Oh, in the room?
No, on the phone.
Oh, okay. Get her to post more in the room if you can. Just suggest it, you know.
Yeah.
Don't make it feel like pressure, but tell her how much we'd love to hear from her. How about that? Marilyn's doing really good. Marilyn's just got right in there, and you know, but she knows a bunch of us that are in there. Tabby knows a few people, and Selena is Peace's friend. And Peace made a little loving call and or text. They texted each other today, and we would all like to see this be a great experience for them, you know, not have to make it take a long time for it to be. But I just want to talk a little bit about that, and any suggestions anybody has that maybe we could do when new people come in to embrace them quicker, let us know.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Can we still click on their picture and send them a private message?
You can.
Because I sent one, I believe, to Ron and wondered where he lived.
Oh, good.
And I would do the same with the others, because that would be interesting to know where they are and explain a little bit about where we are. You know, if we click on their picture, we can send them a private message, and then at the top of their, when they go into the challenge, it'll say there's a private message there.
So we can use so we can private message each other. That might
there we
be
go.
cool. Yeah, we haven't used, we can start making use of, and that would be good with new people. Introducing ourselves to the new people. That might be an idea through clicking on their picture. So thank you, Dorothy. That was excellent. Before I get into what I'm prepared for tonight, you want to do the nurses call?
Well, actually, I just want to explain to you, wait a minute, let me put a light on in here.
Don't you love our informal meetings?
Yes, I do.
You never know. I do too.
There was a really good call again. It was Lori Anderson, and it was all about healthy fats. And healthy fats are very, very important when you get into weight loss, because if you don't have the right amount of healthy fats, your gallbladder is not going to function properly. And on, I think it was June 13th, Lori Anderson had Charlotte, she's from Nutrition Support, talking all about healthy fats and explaining all about fats. And I really think that it, would behoove everybody, if they can, to get in there and listen to it. And to get to it, you would go to Connie's website, or whoever your coach is, go to the website, and then it shows support. And click on that, and click on the nurses call, and that is where you would find it.
So I'm going to get out of here.
Okay.
And I'm going to do what you just said, if I can get out of this thing.
Because it's really an important part of weight loss, and I mean, I couldn't even explain it. I could explain it.
Yeah, I'll show you guys where to find it. If I'm able to post it, I will do that. And where she's saying it is, let's get this over here.
And they no longer have a phone number that you can call directly to get the replay. You have to go into this support, or talk to someone who can give you the code number for that particular.
So when you go to this webpage, right, Dorothy?
Yes, under tools and support.
So everybody see that tab right there?
Uh-huh.
All right. So what's next?
On the left is the first one under tools and support is weekly support calls.
Okay.
And that's Lori Anderson's right there, June the 13th. It's all about fat.
Does anybody have any questions?
What is your website again? Or I can go into mine, right?
Well, it's the same one where you order your food, Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you notice, roll down a little bit, Connie, like right below it, it'll tell you the phone number of that particular one, and then it tells you the code number. So you have to phone the phone number and then put in the code number. I don't see one on this one, but on the nurses call.
Right.
Yeah, see right below there, it's got the 712-832.
Yeah, right there, I see it.
Okay, that phone number is always the same, but in order to get the playback, you got to have those last 4 digits.
Okay.
Or actually, it's 9, like one is 8814337. That's the one for Lori Anderson, and each one has their own code number. If you have a person who wants to listen to it and doesn't have access to a computer, which I do, that is how you can let them know how to get that replay.
Okay. Excellent, Dorothy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, if I can post it, I will, but I'm not sure that I will be able to post it. So, all right, back to this. Let's go back to current slide. So, weight loss is a personal journey, and there's so much conversation about it, and we all have everybody's different. Nobody does it the same, but the thing that everybody agrees on, if you eat less and move more, that you're going to lose weight. But there's really a whole lot more to this whole process than eating less and moving more. And it really starts with us and the way we think about things. It's in our nature. It's been proven that if you can't eat happily any less, then you're not going to eat any less. It becomes a struggle that you lose because your body is going to get what it wants and it knows what it likes. And that is the battle that you're up against. So it's your nature. And for us to think that we can win that battle without changing the way we think, I think would be futile. The next thing is if you can't happily exercise, then more often, then you're not going to exercise more often. I said to Tony yesterday when we went out there to play golf, like he said, I said, I'm dead tired, but I'm coming out here because I know if I don't come out here, I'm going to go home and I'm going to sit down because I am tired. And by just going out there and playing golf because I love it, it kept me from coming home and crashing. So when you have exercise that you actually enjoy doing, it's more likely that you would do it. And so having these two pieces of information about what interferes with following through and doing what it is you want, now you can start thinking a little bit different about it and maybe overcoming some of the shortcomings that are our nature, that it's not just about eating less and moving more. It's about changing the way we think about what we do. And if you don't like the life you're living, you're not going to keep living that way. So even if you're seeing progress and you're unhappy with the process, it's going to not likely last for a lifetime. And the same is true when you're eating healthy. If you don't enjoy that process and you're missing all the things, there's a balance. There has to be a balance if you really want this to be for lifelong and not just lose the weight, gain the weight, lose the weight, gain the weight. And I'm talking that from my own personal experience. And then if you accept this was the one I liked best. If you accept your personal best at everything else in life, you probably should for your weight too. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. And I'm guilty of wishing I could lose weight like that person, or wishing I didn't look the way I do. Whatever the things that I am comparing myself to and wanting to be better than, there's a whole lot about me that's the best that I can be. And this is the best I can be. And I thought this was probably the best point that was made, is if you accept your personal best about everything else in your life, you probably should for your weight too. All right, let me move this so I can get that. If you can't use food for both comfort and celebration, then you are on a diet that you are ultimately going to quit. And has anybody heard anything in any one of these 5 things that you would say was not the case?
No.
Yeah. And is it something that we have on the forefront of our minds? Not really. We beat ourselves up. We expect things of ourselves, and we're disappointed when we don't get what we expect of ourselves, yet our minds isn't made up, or else we'd be getting what we expect, but we are giving our best, but we're beating up ourselves in the process. Maybe if we just kept looking at it as this is our best, and we'll get better with each day that goes. And I think that comes from if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. So the thing is to stay with it. Anybody want to make any comments on that? I found those little insights very useful for me in my own personal journey.
Very true.
Oh, definitely. I know what you were talking about, balance. That is so important, because I don't think you can live the rest of your life avoiding food. You just can't be that strict with yourself. I think you go crazy after a while.
Yeah, you have to find, to me, what I think that everyone that I have introduced on this program, even though many of them have put weight back on, there's a handful that might have put all their weight on, but most everybody has kept the bulk of their weight off. But more important than that, everyone that's been on the program is eating healthier than they ate before they got on the program. So it's as much about what you put in your body as to the calories that you're counting.
Yes.
Eating
definitely.
healthier and still being overweight is a lot different than eating junk and being overweight.
Well, I don't know if I've seen it on the program yet, but they talk about the, what is it? Fat skinny people or?
Yes, there are skinny fat people, and I
Yeah.
had a, you know what that is?
They're unhealthy.
What it is a doctor explained it to me one time. He was talking about skinny fat people, and I said, well, what is that? And he said, well, let me put it this way. I had this lady in here this morning, and she weighed 98 pounds. She's 5'3". She looks beautiful in her clothes. And so when she went to get up out of the chair, she had to use her hands to help herself stand up. And he said, I sent her for a BMI test, and she was 38% body fat. She had,
Oh my gosh.
she had over time and all of the different weight loss programs and things she'd been on, she had eaten her muscle up. And as the end result, she had become a skinny fat person. Yeah. So you got to have that muscle in there with the fat. Dana, I took a course called Beyond Your Biology. And if you've been watching the things, you've seen that everybody in the room has been getting a piece of it every week. So I'm just going to start you where we're at. But these are the two leading doctors. It's Dr. Deepak Chopra and Dr. Andrew Will. I don't know if you're familiar with either.
I've read some Deepak Chopra.
Right. And so as far as I'm concerned, they're the best go-to people that's out there today if you're really interested in creating a life of health. Tonight it's about moving your body. So I just go ahead and start playing it. And if I hear any noise, I'll go ahead and do some muting, and I'll unmute everybody afterwards. Okay? Here we go.
Yes.
Fish, relatively low in animal products. The Okinawans get, I think, good physical activity. A lot of them are chopping their own wood, bringing water, fishing, tending to their own garden. So the activity of daily living give them, plenty of physical exercise. But I have to say that going there as an American, I was very struck by the value that the culture places on aging. And that the old people in Okinawa, the very old people, are considered living treasures and included in all cultural events. One of the stories I got over there is that a common cause of sibling fighting is over who is going to get to take care of the aging parents. That's a little different from what we see in our culture. And I talked to a lot of people who were 100, 102, 105, and they were happy people. They looked old. They didn't use Botox. They were wrinkled and stooped, but they had a glow about them that I often don't see in old people in our country. And I think a lot of it was that they felt so valued and included in everything. One of the great problems of people getting older is that often they develop musculoskeletal problems, joint problems, lose mobility, and limit the possibilities for physical activity. And some of that is a result of underuse, sometimes overuse or misuse of the body earlier in life. But I think if one maintains regular physical activity in an intelligent way throughout life, that greatly increases the chances that you're going to remain mobile as you get older. I said that for me, swimming is a best form of exercise, and one reason I like that is that I think that's sort of least stressful on joints and really promotes fluid movement. Yoga has become immensely popular in our culture, and I think there are many health benefits of yoga. It's a great system of relaxation. It can increase mobility. It can improve muscle tone. At the same time, I have to say that I see some forms of yoga that worry me. People doing too strenuous yoga, becoming really obsessed with physical postures, putting their body in positions which may not be the best for them. And I see many injuries as a result of yoga. Also, when you study Indian philosophy, it is very clear that the purpose of physical yoga, it's not an end in itself. It's not to be able to bend your body into a pretzel shape and show off. That this is done as a stage in evolution in order to help calm the nervous system and mind so that you can do the more important work of learning how to control the mind and keep it in a centered state. So physical yoga is seen as a step in that process and not an end in itself. And I think for many people in this culture, yoga has become an end in itself.
Let's unmute the ones that I muted, and let's bring this down. And let's go to our success story. I found it interesting about that aging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they fight over the old people over there. Here.
Definite difference from here.
Yeah, not here. Okay, so let's go to the next screen. Why does, oh, I know why that keeps coming up. There we go. So tonight's before and after. We're not our bodies. Our bodies do not define us. Why do we hate our bodies? Should someone who is not thin be subjected to body shaming? And it really should be about health. Let me get this out of the way. This is a story that took place over in the UK. It was brought to my attention, and I thought it was well worth sharing, and I think it's going to be a great success story. When we truly appreciate our aging bodies, we will want to take better care of it, don't you think? So let's go ahead and let her tell her story.
It's an issue that affects practically every woman and girl that I know.
I wasn't tall enough, I wasn't skinny enough, I wasn't blonde enough, I just wasn't enough.
For years, society has been telling women to be beautiful, as if that's the most important thing they can be. After I had my 3 children, I ended up hating my body. So I trained hard, and you know what? I'm standing there in my perfect body, and I'm not happy. Too much sacrifice, too much time, too much obsession, and it's just not worth it. I don't want my daughter to feel the same way, so I'm going to go find some answers. Why do so many people hate their bodies, and what can we do about it?
So Ricky, have you ever wondered what it would feel like to not worry about your weight?
I have no idea what that would feel like. I will get body shamed by whoever's on the shoot.
I went through depression from hating my body.
Nobody should have to starve themselves to fit in with how a magazine looks.
This issue was much bigger than I ever realised. When I posted a before and after photo on Facebook, things went crazy.
She's bearing all to encourage women to appreciate their bodies.
It was headline news in Paris, in London, it was in the US, it was everywhere.
It just changed me, changed the way I see myself completely.
This body of mine, it's not an ornament, it's a vehicle.
It's not the main point of life, agonising about not having a body shape that the media insist that you should be worried about.
You open your arms to embrace others.
That for me was gold.
Darling girl, don't waste a single day of your life being at war with your body. Just embrace it.
Wow, huh?
When's it coming out? I gotta see it.
I have no idea. However, I was so glad they shared that. And I think I do believe, I know I'm rougher on myself. I wouldn't be rough on other people the way I am on myself. And the message this gives to me that I need to not be rough on myself at all. And we're all working towards health, and we're doing it together. And I think health is way more important than the way you look. One step at a time, and always moving closer to being healthier. I don't know if anybody watches Dancing with the Stars, but a few seasons back, there were a few girls who they looked healthy. They weren't fat by any stretch of the imagination, but yet they were going to be run off of the show. These are beautiful, athletic women that, because they weren't a size 1, were having to fight for their jobs. So this idea of what a perfect woman looks like is it's not a real image. And for each of us, it's different. The reasons we hold on to our weight, the reason we lose our weight, the reason we gain and lose weight is very specific to each one of us. And the most important thing, I think, is to always work towards being healthier. And that was what I was going to say about Tony and the surgery. He's going to be 85 in August, and the surgery is not a problem for him to have because he has health. Even though he's 85 years old, he has strength, he has stamina. And so he is eligible to have that surgery. But for those of us that don't take care of that now, when we get to be that age, it may not be an option for us. These are things we have to think about now if we want to have independent last 10 years of our life. It's going to be determined by how much emphasis we put on our health now. I want to encourage everybody to go to the Zoom that is located in the office in the challenge room. Marcia, I will post it in the Huddle Up just in case you want to join us there. I'll do that as soon as I hang up here. And if anyone doesn't have anything else to contribute tonight, then I will say adieu. Let's get you unlocked.
Night, everybody.
There you go, Lisa.
I went to the webinar last week, and it still didn't give me points, but I was able to get them the next day, so I don't know what's up with that.
The points are a very good point, and the points are located in where you get your points. Now they have put the webinar right in the section where you get your point, your daily points. It's right there.
You get the same points for watching it there, correct?
Right. And you can get the points for being at this one if you didn't attend the other one. But the help is there. It just requires you putting yourself in place to get it. And that's why it's worth watching it. It's not.
I've been watching them on the weekends. I love it. Yeah.
I know it's making a difference for me. Yeah. And again, it gets back to what we think. And what we think makes our decisions and our choices for us. So that's what I police.
I would miss this though. That this is the highlight of my week is our Zooms.
Okay, everybody. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Have a good week.
Bye, everybody.
Night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Dorothy.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.
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 Bye, Dorothy.